Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, evening. We're getting into late afternoon data here. We're back again with another breaking news trade in the NHL as the New Jersey Devils have traded goaltender Mackenzie Blackwood to the San Jose Sharks in exchange for a sixth-round pick. Now, this trade makes a ton of sense for both sides. Mackenzie Blackwood, injury prone, having a lot of trouble in recent years. The Devils have Schmid. They have Vanacek. They don't really have much use for Mackenzie Blackwood. Meanwhile, the Sharks would love to take a chance on a goaltender who they can get for cheap and is low risk, high reward. As Dabrowski says here, one of our resident Devils fans, as a Devils fan, I can tell you that every Devils fan anywhere is cheering in the streets right now. Yeah, we're working overtime today, Kronos, and I'm sure that we're not done yet. Breaking news trades coming left and right. So let's go ahead and pull that up right away. As we'll go ahead and see, it was Kevin Weeks that broke it, I believe, Blackwood for a sixth going over to the San Jose Sharks. Now, the San Jose Sharks have a lot of salary cap space. And by the way, it's for the RFA rights to Mackenzie Blackwood. They have a lot of salary cap space. They already have a first and a second from New Jersey. They've traded with them in the past. They have a history with them. He put the L in Devils. They have Capo Kakinen, and they had an expiring James Reimer. So now let's get Mackenzie Blackwood, arbitration eligible, 1 year, 2 years, whatever. It gives you options beyond this year, with Kakinen being a UFA in 2025 after this next season. So Kakinen for 1 more year. Blackwood hopefully sign on for a bit more. And you know what? Blackwood was actually a huge success in my NHL 20 franchise mode with the Sharks. It was a short 4-episode live stream series. You can find it here on the channel. Blackwood did incredibly well. So you know what? Maybe it's a sign of things to come. And you know what? Mark even said it. NHL GMs are watching Data's franchise mode. Yes, Mark, you said it. Let me get back over here. Mark, you said it, buddy. You said it. What are the details? It is the RFA rights of Mackenzie Blackwood sent from the Devils to the Sharks in exchange for a 6th-round pick in this draft, I believe. It wasn't specified, but I do believe. So it only cost a 6th-round pick to get him off the books. But, well, off the books. He would have been arbitration eligible, so he would have been in for a contract. So the Sharks definitely have the room to afford him, and the Devils no longer had space for him. They had to move him. Teams knew that they had to move him, so it wasn't going to take a lot to do it. The Sharks, yeah, they do have salary cap space. They should be fine. They have $14 million right now with just a few more forwards to sign. They have enough defense. They should be okay. So Mackenzie Blackwood, he was supposed to be the heir to the heir. Schneider was the heir to Brodeur. Blackwood was the heir to Schneider, who was the heir to Brodeur. Never quite worked out. Yeah, we're going to check the JFresh card after. It never quite worked out for Mackenzie Blackwood. Career 906 save percentage in 152 games played with the Devils. Last couple of years has not gotten above a 900 save percentage. His first couple of years were very good. Smaller sample size. His 1 year as a starter in 1920 was very, very nice. 915 save percentage. After that, fell down and never really got back since. Couple starts in the AHL where he had once again a sub 900 save percentage. So it was disappointing because I think that he has the potential to do a lot better. Back to real life. Sup, Swiss guy that's relatively new to watching the NHL closely. Really like your content. Keep it up. Well, thank you, Mr. Swiss guy. I appreciate that you watching over in Switzerland. That is very kind. Very nice of you to say. And I hope that you've been enjoying all of the content and will be able to enjoy more as the offseason continues to unravel. I have to go now, going to the Mets Brewers. Look at that. Made my day. See you later, Dabrowski. So what we want to do is definitely go and check out the JFresh card here on Twitter. I would assume that he's in the, let's say, this 4th percentile. 18th, there you go. All right, you know what? It's been up and down for Mackenzie Blackwood. 18th projected wins above replacement percentile over the last 3 years, according to weighted average data. This is per 60 percentile rate. That's why it's a bit different than the one that I've been showing. It's per 60 percentile rate. Interesting. So even strength wins above replacement, he's in the 14th percentile. Pound and kill, 30th. High danger, very low. Medium danger, he's fine. Low danger, not that great either. He's consistently not that great. So at least that's something. Rebound control is okay. Bad starts, excellent starts, woo. And quality starts, not so great. So he's been okay, basically in medium danger situations, and he's been slightly below average in his rebound control, and his bad starts have been somewhere around league average or so, but he has not had a lot of excellent or quality starts at all in the last few years. He is in a backup role, and he is not a major piece when it comes to being a player that gets your team wins. So Mackenzie Blackwood, he's been able to show himself to be good. He has done it in the past. It's just that the last few years have not been good. Injuries have held him back a lot. And he's only 26 years of age. Put him on San Jose now, a team that could use a goaltender definitely this season and perhaps into the next couple of years as well, with Kakkonen expiring. And Blackwood may be able to find himself a home here in San Jose. Tanman, do you think Blackwood could be a future starter for the Sharks? I do think so. I do think so. And Cripples says, Sharks fan here, our goaltending couldn't have gotten worse. So let's cross our fingers. Actually, in NHL 22, NHL 23, we just did a big 25-year career franchise simulation with the San Jose Sharks. So if you're a Sharks fan, you definitely enjoy seeing that. And if you want to see Blackwood on the Sharks back in NHL 20, he went up to like a 90 overall. That's back on the NHL 20 in the playlist here on the channel. But all that to say, I like this move very much for the Devils because they had to make it. Now they're not going to be on the hook for having to pay him in arbitration. They get a pick, whatever. It's just when it comes to the ROI of it all, what did they get? They got a 6th round pick. You take a 2nd round pick, you turn it into a 6th 7 years later, 5, 6, 8 years later. And that was a high pick as well. Who else was around here? Eric Chernak, Daniel Sprong, Jordan Greenway, Rupe Hintz, Rasmus Anderson, a lot of other players that you would have loved to get Vince Dunn if you knew that Mackenzie Blackwood wasn't going to be hitting. So injuries have been plaguing him a lot. The Sharks have the spots. They have the money to pay him. He has not been great, but it's been with a lot of injuries hampering him and hindering him. So I'll be curious to see what he does, probably in a 1-year sample size after arbitration. And then I wouldn't be surprised if he gets signed longer term. This is probably his last try. Real Deal Prime, Sabre fan here. Hi, y'all. Welcome. We did a Sabres franchise mode on NHL 20 as well, if you want to go back in the archives for that. Yeah, we're definitely coming back a lot. And you watch most of the series. Perfect. Well, thank you for watching. Even if you're not commenting, we still feel your presence in the GM booth. So really not too much to say about that one. This is not one of our longer breakdowns. Blackwood has not been very good in small sample sizes with injuries. At the start of his career, he showed those flashes of brilliance. He showed that he can be a starter. Put him on the Sharks, where it may not be a great team, but he will be able to get a longer leash, where if you lose, it's not the end of the world. He can kind of re-find himself again, rediscover his game, less pressure and all of that. I think that will be not only a good situation, but a good environment for him. Sharks next trade is for Philip Lindbergh. There we go. There you go. I have to go pull up the numbers. I have to go pull up that picture on Mackenzie Blackwood. You know what? I think I tweeted it. Could it be that I tweeted it? Let me type this in. Let me see. On Beta 782 Blackwood. I know I put it on Reddit. That'll be the last thing I'll do before I wrap up this video, because I know there's gonna be more coming down in a few years, in the next few days, in the next few hours even. No, let me pull up NHL franchise data 782 Blackwood Reddit. I gotta show you guys this. Mackenzie Blackwood was a monster. Is this it? There we go. Found it. Give me a second. Let me pull it up for you. Screen. And here we go. Acquired Mackenzie Blackwood approximately 20 games into the 1920 seasons as a 79 overall. Had him start almost every game for the rest of the way, and the numbers speak for themselves. He went up to an 89 overall and won the Vezina Trophy. 45 wins, 925 save percentage, and 2.28 goals against average. That was in June of 2020. June of 2020. So you know what? Maybe Mackenzie Blackwood can recapture some of that magic. That would really be something. Funny when those things from franchise mode come into reality. So we've seen him with the Sharks. Can he do it? He'll be sharing the crease with Kakkonen, with Reimer likely on his way out. It'll be interesting because Kakkonen and Blackwood are both potential starters at their peak. So it's going to be a battle, for 41 games each type of thing. They'll be splitting the crease 40-40. Blackwood's used to that, but he's going to be trying to play for starter minutes long term. Yeah. Dubois signed his extension. We'll be back soon. As soon as that trade gets done, we'll be back with Pierre-Luc Dubois news. So, ladies and gentlemen, that just about does it. We have a great deal for the Sharks and a deal that the Devils had to make. week. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for all the ongoing breaking news and analysis in the NHL today, the draft live stream tomorrow, and into the off season. Leave a like if you enjoyed this breakdown, and be sure to check out our Sharks simulations. I'll put those in the end cards. I'll put the NHL 20 and the NHL 23 Sharks simulation for all you Sharks fans who want to see some success. Now the Sharks could trade Reimer's rights. Yeah, they could. I'm sure that someone would be interested in a backup goaltender like James Reimer. So ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a great rest of your afternoon. I'm sure we'll be talking again very, very soon with all the news in the league. And we'll be live tonight at the very least with our NHL 23 award nominee tournament, which we'll have going. The Hart nominees versus the Clancy nominees versus the Masterton nominees versus the Norris nominees, all those teams going up against each other, tournament style in NHL 23. That'll be live tonight here on the channel. That was like 6 hours away before. Now it's like 3 hours away now. We just keep live streaming again and again. So everyone have yourselves a nice afternoon. We'll talk soon. And I hope that you are enjoying this crazy off season.